I got an ad.
Hey guys, how you doing? Welcome to Stay Fishy Fridays. And tonight I'll be your host along with Skylar. I'm real sorry about last week. I'll get into that story here in a little bit, but it was kind of I just couldn't do it. So
Yeah, we're up there.
I guess I gotta just tell them, huh?
Yeah.
Okay, right before the live stream last week, and this will explain everything to you. Right before the live stream last week, I kind of got into a little argument because I was breaking up a few people that were living here. They were arguing, and I'm being battered back and forth between the two. And I got into it with one person that lived here, and then the other person comes out and sticks their nose into the business, and then the other two got in it again, and I just started arguing, and I yelled at this person for the first time ever. I yelled, and that she got mad at, or that person got mad at this person, and then now this person's arguing with me, and I told them both, just leave me alone, and
Arguments.
I walked away.
You can just leave it at arguments.
Arguments. I had to walk away. Now I'm sitting there, I'm shaking, I'm mad as can be, and now I got to try and entertain, 500 people or so. I wasn't having it, and it was a bad day all around, so I went ahead and just went into my room and shut the door. So I'm sorry about that, but that was the first time in like 4 years I called off a Friday live stream. But, they're all getting along a lot better now. At least they better.
There's been a lot of crap that's happened around here within the past couple weeks.
It's been something else.
It's been hectic.
But Josh won't be here tonight. He's got to work on one of his houses. He bought a house and it needed to be completely renovated inside to be able to rent it out. So, he's working on that, him and his brother. He won't be here probably in the next 3 weeks. He may or may not be here. I don't know.
Yeah, he said he's got another month and a half of restorations to do on it.
Now, can you guys hear us okay?
I can turn the volume up on here. Too.
No, you don't, because then it'll echo and stuff. No.
What if I wanted to echo? Everybody can call me Joshler tonight. I got the comments pulled up too.
Okay, so
hi everybody.
We got a lot of our usuals back.
Yeah,
our diehards. Thank you guys for hanging in there and coming back. Okay. If man, I can't see for nothing.
I'm reading them all.
Are you okay?
Yeah.
So Skylar's going to be our host today, and we may or may not do after hours because she's already going to be here.
I'm already going to be drunk.
And anybody that hangs out with Skylar knows you can only take Skylar in little
increments.
Little increments. So.
Somebody said the sound's out of sync.
I love you too, Samantha Norland.
Kathy, is the sound in sync? Her room's right over around the corner there. Jens Carlson said, back all is good. Been worried as that. Oh yeah, another reason why we couldn't do it last week, in addition to the arguments, was that like the day before was when Josh found out about his house being trashed and that he's gonna have to restore the whole thing. Or day before
and he wasn't showing up anyway.
Yeah, so. Like he's been so busy. He's been showing up here late, only coming in just to
feed the fish and leave.
Yeah. He's busy as can be.
And Toombite says it's already after hours. I'll drink to that.
We need a drinking word for tonight. How about?
Okay, I was just going to say something to you because you're talking like this. That someone else, he just said it. They can barely hear Skylar.
So you want me to talk loud again?
There you go.
Is that better?
It's better. Okay.
Oh, I finally get my chance.
And we can move on to the Tracy update right off the rip.
Well, let's make the drinking word Tracy tonight.
Okay.
Drinking words Tracy.
Dun, dun, dun,
Crazy Cichlid says, "Oh, so glad you're back."
The 164 people. We can start on the Tracy update. Now, this week we'll change it a little bit. I'm going to have her help me with the Tracy update.
Because I can't help you.
Because you can. Do we do the bad or the good first?
What do you guys want? Do you want to hear the bad news or the good news? Because it's going to be one of the best Tracy updates and also one of the worst Tracy updates at the same time. So, Let's see what the people want to hear first. The good
Jens
news or the
Carlson
bad.
says, bring in the whip, Big Rich. Raheem, right off the rip with the Tracy. Drink up, guys.
I'm still waiting for a comment to see bad Tracy update first or good Tracy update. Okay, Simon says good.
Alrighty.
We get one more good, then I'll do the good first, or I'll help you do the good first. Everyone just saying hashtag two. Okay, good. Let's do the good one first.
The good part of the Tracy update is she in the last 2.5 years that she's been home, she's always been around, you know, on a good day, all the way down to like 2.5 of her, you know, oxygen, milliliters of oxygen at the same time. So on, you know, bad days, she's all the way up to 4. And, you know, there's times where I have to give her breathing treatments because she's on 4 and still falling below 90. You know, the alarm starts going off at 90. You know, what's that stand for?
90% oxygen.
Thank you. I lost that word for a minute. So we want to keep her around, you know, 95 to 100 in there. And, you know, so she gets down to like 90 and we're turning up the oxygen. We're suctioning her out and everything else. And if she keeps going down, we have to give her a breathing treatment. So, you know, we do that. And, you know, the way I judge her health is, you know, she didn't need no breathing treatments this week. Well, this week, let me tell you this.
But beforehand, we were like, there was a couple weeks.
Speak up.
There were a couple weeks where we had to do breathing treatments like every 4 hours, like, you know.
Straight, yeah,
and then
nonstop.
it was normal to at least do one breathing treatment a day.
Yeah. So, but this week here, she has been kicking butt. Now, at first we moved it down to 2. On the scale, we can go from, you know, all the way from 0 to 4 milliliters, you know, on it.
I started her at 3.5.
Hang on. No, you know, we you know, on a good day, she's at 2. Well, the last week or so before this, she was all the way up on 4. And like you said, we're doing the breathing treatments. Well, this week, we actually had some antibiotics that we gave her for a UTI. So that cleared that up. But also, she coughed up some chunky stuff out of her lungs. And she's been amazing since. She turned her all the way down to 2 because we haven't had to suction her. We haven't had to I talk, you talk. It's turns. It's how adults work. Okay. So she turns her all the way down to 2, and I'm like, well, why are you doing that? You know, blah, blah, blah. And she goes, because we haven't had to this. We, you know, everything's been good.
Trust me.
So, you know, she stayed on 2 all day that first day. So she turned it down to 1.5, and then she turned it down to 1. She has been on 1 for 3 days solid, including nighttime where I normally have to turn her up at night. She has been on 1% oxygen and staying at 97, 98, and 100 the whole time. She is doing amazing. The doctor was here today, and he was amazed. She was at 98. He went and checked. She was on 1, and he was just amazed. He was tickled pink. So yeah, she's doing really good. Her breathing's getting a whole lot better, and she's being more aware because she's noticing the phlegm in her chest, and she's coughing it up. I keep looking at my picture instead of the camera.
Well, she's not getting those. She used to, like, every once in a while she'd do a really big cough. Now she's doing a bunch of just like little coughs. It's like
and getting it up.
Yeah, it's just
and
like
it's coming out really nice and clear. So
it's been awesome.
Yeah, it's been really awesome. She's coughing it up clear, and she's so much easier to take care of. We don't have to suction her out, which makes her cough violently. You know, and then she brings her knees up, she brings her head forward, and you have to reposition everything and reposition her and all that. It's just been a dream to take care of her now for the last 3-4 days. And like I said, the doctor was amazed, and you know, like I was talking about, she's getting more aware because now I can tickle her on her feet, and she just pulls away. Before, she may have like moved a toe or something, you know. She's getting so much more like aware, and you know, when I talk to her, you know, she just turns her head. It used to be like this, you know. She'd have her eyes closed, and she'd be like this. I'd come talk to her on this side, and she'd be like, and turn towards me. It was a slow process. Now I go in there, and she's watching TV.
She's snapping.
I talk to her, and she just looks right at me.
She scared the nurse the other day because she was like,
yeah. She walks around. I walk around the bed sometimes. She you know, she follows me around. I mean, she's definitely a whole lot more clarity and just being there, you know. You guys get off my butt about getting on Skylar. I'm trying to teach her. She'll tell you herself. She was never taught no social skills. She asked me to tell her.
Don't need to out me in front of everybody.
They're yelling at me for being harsh.
Yeah, don't be too hard on Skylar. She's a good soul and eager to help. Listen to the people.
Don't be too hard on Rich, because Skylar asked him to teach you.
Not on the live stream.
Oh my God! Okay. Throw me under the bus. Oh my God!
I'm just messing with you.
So, anyways, you know, she's staying at the same weight. She's doing really good. Her everything is healed up. You know, she's just doing amazing. And now the bad.
Oh, the bad's really bad though.
We had a new nurse. You know, 2 nurses. You know, start on. We got a night nurse and we got a day nurse, and the day nurse took over as the head nurse. She seemed to be on the ball and all that kind of stuff. So, you know, for 2 months now she's been here. And then this last week, she just started coming in with an attitude, and, you know, she'd be here and she wouldn't talk to nobody. She's just doing her work and then she'd leave, you know.
But she did a great job still. Like,
she still did a good job, yeah. She did a good job as a nurse, but she wasn't like, you know, doting over Tracy, where the other nurse definitely does. The other nurse sits there and talks to her like they're best of friends, and, you know, just this nurse didn't really talk to Tracy. Tracy was the lab rat, and she's doing her job. Well, she did her job good, but she didn't, like, I don't know, interact with Tracy, you know. We'd see her all the time where Tracy would cough, and she'd cough so hard that, you know, her head would come up forward and be sitting on the bars of the side of the bed. And the nurse would be sitting there. We'd have to come out, you know, come in from outside, and I'd check on her all the time, and her head would be off the side. I never really yelled at that nurse, but I said stuff like, "Oh, Tracy, you shouldn't have to lay like this. Come here, honey." And I put her back on her pillow. Prop a pillow up with another pillow on the side so she can't go that way.
I forgot to mention the camera thing too.
You know, in front of the nurse, so the nurse would actually get that, maybe feel bad or something, and work hard to take care of her. And we let it go at that for a while. But then she started being really, okay, she changed her hours many times. And she come in and she's like, I want to do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday. We're like, okay. And she wanted 10 hours a day. That's 40 hours. Then she decided she wants to do Thursdays too. And we're like, okay. So she changed to Thursdays. But now, because she's doing Thursdays, she wants Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesdays to be 8 hours, and then Thursday and Friday to be 10 hours. She's getting 44 hours a week. Okay. And that went by for about a week. And now she decided she's not doing Thursdays. She's got a job elsewhere where they're going to pay her to take care of twins or 2 kids at the same time, double the pay. So because this company wouldn't pay her, she was leaving to go do Thursdays over there. And we're like, fine. But now we just hired another nurse that's working on the weekend. And I've got 12 hours left for the one missing slot, which is Saturday night, 8 p.m. till 8 a.m. And if we fill that, I've got from Friday after the live stream all the way until Monday morning covered by nursing. And I can actually go back to doing these, you know, fish shows, fish club shows and all that kind of stuff. Doing speaking at fish clubs. I can do all that kind of stuff I used to do, travel around and stuff. And, you know, Skylar was all excited about doing that. And she not got to experience it yet. So we're that far away. Well, Bonnie, I can't cut that out. The nurse I'm talking about now demands that she wants her hours or she's quitting. And we're like, I can't give them to you. You know, you took out your Thursday and left, and we filled that in with another nurse. So that was your hours. We only got this 12 hours left. We need that. And she, well, again, it is what it is. If you don't give my hours, I'll go work over there. So we had to give her the hours. Now I have no chance of ever filling in the weekends. But then she did not like, I have a camera in there that I watch Tracy, because I watch Tracy, you know, for, I don't know, so many different times. It was 168 hours a week, which was, you know, 24/7 every day. So I had a camera out there that I could see her numbers on her machine and Tracy. And I could watch it from my bedroom. I mean, I hooked it up to a stereo from my laptop so that it's super loud. Like if an alarm goes off in the living room, I might sleep through that, but I'm not sleeping through the alarm coming through the camera and going off with my bedroom. Super loud. So that's how I've been watching Tracy for the last 2 years and stuff. And, you know, I've got in my bedroom, I've got the cameras, which has 16 cameras on the whole house and the fish room and stuff. And then I got my TV and I got my computer. So I could be on the internet or I could be on my phone while Tracy's on the computer, while watching a movie, you know, and I just sit there. And if I happen to fall asleep on my shift, if her alarms go off, it'll wake me up. She claimed she did not want no camera in the room. That if I insist on a camera being there, she's going to quit. So now I have to take the camera, which it wasn't not mounted on a wall or nothing. It's just plugged into a plug. It's a wireless camera, and I set it on the like if Tracy's laying in her bed, there's a bed table next to her. I set it there by her knees, and that way I can catch her face and the machine right here and see the numbers up close, and I can see the numbers through my TV. So now when that nurse comes in, I take the camera and just put it over on the shelf and point it towards the wall. So I had to do that kind of stuff. And then she informed me, what was it, 3 days ago now? 4 days ago?
Yeah,
4 days ago.
It was on Monday or Tuesday. I told you the day before. I was like, I bet you anything that on Monday she's gonna put in her 2 weeks.
You did.
She didn't on Monday, but she called off still. And then Tuesday, Maxim called you, and I'm like, I guarantee you.
Okay, don't say company names.
Sorry.
So anyways, let me finish talking. She come in and she explains to me that now she's going to quit anyways. She'll fill out the rest of the month, but she's quitting and leaving. So I'm like, why? And she goes, just personal reasons. And I'm like, but what does that mean? And she won't give me a reason why, you know? So, okay, fine, whatever. I'm not going to argue with you. I call the company that she works for, and I start talking to them about getting another nurse in here. And they're like, why? And I'm like, well, this nurse said she was quitting, and you know that. She works for you, you know. She said she was quitting, and I want to get on the ball real quick and get another nurse before she actually leaves. And they're like, who? And I had to give the name and all that, and they're like, this is the first we're hearing about it. So they said they'll look into it and blah, blah, blah. And they get off the phone. And next thing you know, I guess they called her because she came in and she just threw a fit about why would you call them? Why would you call them? I'm like, what do you mean? Why would I call them? Please don't. Okay, you want little particulars to be exactly right. I'm giving them the gist of the story. Okay, she come in and she ended up yelling at me. Why would I call them? I'm like, because you quit. You know, she said, why would you tell them I'm quitting? I'm like, because you said you were quitting. I'm calling them to find another nurse. Why wouldn't I call them? And she got all mad about that. And, you can go ahead and tell them a couple of things I don't really remember.
No, at first she was like, why'd you tell them I quit? And she was like, getting all mouthy with you and condescending. And you were like, because you told me you quit. She's like, well, why'd you tell them I quit this week? And you were like, because you quit this week. And she was like...
She was getting madder and madder the whole time. And
she's like, well, why are you telling me I'm done at the end of the month? And you were like, because you said you were going to be done at the end of the month. And she was like, okay, well, why this? Why that? And then she started to get real lippy. She's like, okay, whatever, Richard. And, like, would walk off and was just... And Richard's like, you know what? I can't tolerate this disrespect in my house.
No, that was after she was yelling at me.
Yeah, she started yelling
I first told her, Bonnie, you can't treat people like this. And then after that... you know, I told her that, you know, you can't treat me like this. This is my house, you know, and basically I am your boss. I can say whether I want you or not, you know. And
then she started getting, and then you finally got to the point.
I told her, I'm like, look, I ain't taking no more of this. Pack your stuff, get out of my house now. And she would not leave.
Yeah, Rich got mad. I was standing there with them. I was like, Rich. It's okay.
She's trying to calm me down, and I'm like, no, I'm done with this. She's quitting. She's been demanding. She's been, disrespectful. She don't really take care of Tracy all that well. I mean, you do a better job taking care of Tracy. You know what I'm saying? So the thing that upset me is I'm going to take it until I'm not taking it no more. Then I was like, get out of my house. That's all there's to it. And she wouldn't leave.
She really wouldn't. It was like, what, 15, 20 minutes?
She ignored me, yeah. So what I did was, see, I'm not a cop caller. But I called the police in her eyes because I picked up my phone and I acted like I'm dialing.
I was freaking out.
She was losing it because the police are coming.
I ran outside to go get Josh. I was like, Josh, I need your help.
Your dad's called the police.
And Josh was like, don't worry about it. You got it. And I was like, what's
so I get on the phone and I'm like, hello. Okay, listen, I have a problem here at my house. I need you guys to send a car out here. This person's basically trespassing now. I asked them to leave many times. I told them to leave. They're just ignoring me. They won't leave my property. Can you send a car out here? And then I pretended to give them my address and everything. In that person's eyes, I called the police.
I thought you did. That's what
She thought for it was real
I was
for sure.
freaking out. I was
So
like,
then-
Rich, what the heck are you doing?
And it's funny because after the person left, she's like, well, you know, why ain't the police here yet? And they're taking a long time. And I'm like, 'cause I've never called them. I just pretended.
Wait, I forgot AZ set up the www.onlyfinsrescue.com and it goes right to OFR. Totally forgot about that. It's hilarious. But yeah, so she left and then she had the audacity to ask Rich to sign her out before she left.
Yeah, after she had, you know, ignored me telling her to pack your stuff and get out. She ignored me all this time. Finally, she's done what she's doing. She wanted me to sign her thing. She sets the computer down on the counter. I grab it, I close it, I ain't signing nothing. And I put it down because there wasn't time for her to leave yet either. So I'm not signing nothing, and I put it down. And then, you know, she leaves, and everything's fine, except for now, the next 2 days, I got 48 hours straight of watching Tracy, no nurse. That's why I look the way I do now. My eyes are always watering, and I'm tired and beat. But anyways,
Now we got no nurse for the whole week.
right. But the next day, I get a call from the company how this lady says that it was an unbearable place to work, nothing but arguing and drinking and fighting. And I'm like, what are you talking about? Nobody drinks here except for on Friday nights. I allow myself 3 drinks because then afterwards I have to watch Tracy. So I can't sit here and drink and get drunk and pass out. You know, I have at times gotten a little bit.
Well, now we have a night nurse tonight.
That doesn't matter. I have allowed myself to get a little bit too tipsy at times. And, you know, like Josh has filled in. Let me sleep an hour or two and then wake me back up. So, you know, and Skylar, she fills in for me now if something happens, you know. Like I did this 48 hours. She did not wake me up in the morning like normal. You know, she pounds on my door. She didn't nothing. You know, she just let me sleep, and she took care of Tracy and, you know, turned off the camera. And I just slept from like 8:30 until about 11. And I get up and I'm like, oh my God, I didn't even feed Tracy. I come running out. She's like, oh, I handled it. Like, oh my God, you're a godsend.
Since last night, I let you get work done all day today. I've
Yeah.
pretty much done everything for Tracy except when the one nurse was here last night since yesterday afternoon.
No, she comes at 11 at night, leaves at 7 in the morning.
Yeah, I've said I'd
4 nights a week.
Yeah, but I haven't said.
So, anyways, you know, Skylar's been helping out.
But-
It's just crazy because I don't have a set schedule. I can never know when I'm having to work. And if any one of these nurses call out, like that nurse was late at least 15 minutes to 45 minutes to 2 hours every single day, you know, so that was bad. You know, that breaks into my 3 hours of sleep in the morning I get. Because at noon I've got community service, you know, people showing up here, and then we have to work from noon until, you know, 4 or 6 or whatever it turns out to be. So I only get to sleep from when the nurse is supposed to get there at 8. I may fall asleep by 8:30 and sleep until 11:30, you know, and give me 3 hours of sleep. So things are just crazy with all this. And
I let you get a good nap in today, though.
yeah, you did.
But no, the funny thing is, so the nurse didn't want cameras in the living room. Little did she know.
There was a camera in the kitchen, right? I forgot this
Little
point.
did she know.
She went and told them all this stuff that's bad
These
happening
lies.
around here. Well, I told them because they called me, and the one main thing they said was that I snatched the computer out of her hands and slammed it down on the counter. And I'm like, no, that certainly did not happen. I had a camera right in the kitchen because the kitchen is a meeting area for everybody. Anybody comes here, we meet in the kitchen. You know, there's community service people, we do their paperwork in the kitchen, everything. So that's the main area is the kitchen because I have a dining room table in the kitchen. So, you know, the camera's on there. She never knew it was there. She never saw it, I guess. Here, I went back and I got a copy of it, and it says the date and the time, and it shows her coming up, setting the computer down on the counter. I come walking over, I grab it, I walk it over 3 foot, I set it where it's supposed to go, put the charger on it, close the lid. And she told them I did all the slamming and jerked it out of her hand. And I'm like, absolutely not. And you can ask the other 2 nurses. There's never no partying going on here. There's no nothing. There's no people here. We are constantly working nonstop. So I guess he went back and talked to the other nurses that have been here. And
He showed them the video.
I showed him the video, and yeah, he used that. because now the waiver company calls me and they seen the video, which is their boss.
Yeah,
They're the ones that hire the company that hires the nurses.
And now they're like,
she wanted that nurse fired.
Yeah, they're like, yeah, that video shows an entirely different picture from how
different story.
Yeah.
So now everything else she said doesn't seem, it don't hold as much weight. And then with talking to the other nurses who absolutely love it here, Miriam, our night nurse, she just loves it. She's never been on a place where she has one patient to take care of. She always worked at
Miriam's amazing.
Yeah, she always takes care of. You're killing me with that.
Sorry.
She always takes care of people in like a nursing home situation or a hospital situation. This is her first time doing a personal, one-on-one patient, and she loves it. She loves the family. She loves all this here. There is, the nurse tried telling them that, there's all kinds of people living there. Well, there is. You've got Skylar and Kathy, which have 2 bedrooms down that hallway, and Jerry lives in the basement. But none of them ever enter that living room other than Skylar.
It's blocked off. It's
blocked off on this side, and no one can see Tracy walking through here. And the other side, when you walk through the kitchen, you can't see that way because there's another big hanging, like they have the drapes at the curtain at the hospitals. So there's no way anybody is. The only time that nurse would ever interact with people is when she came into the kitchen. We do have community service people coming through, but none of them interact with Tracy.
Yeah, nobody goes in there except for me, you, and then occasionally Kathy, if Kathy's sitting there.
Right. And yes, David Smith, it does feel good to have her lines catch up to her. Oh my God, that was so great. I was like, absolutely not, that did not happen.
But honestly, just with the night nurses, I mean, it really hasn't. Just with the night nurses, it really hasn't been that difficult to watch Tracy with how good she's been doing. And then I got my iPad set up. Somebody stole Rich's. But I got my iPad set up so we can watch her. We got a speaker for it, so we're going to take the iPad out. We can watch her from the fish room. So if she starts beeping or anything.
Isn't it just horrible? Somebody came to the rescue and steals an iPad that I bought and set up for just to watch Tracy. It was sitting out there watching Tracy. I come in the house and left it out there, and then, it's gone. That's just sad.
We dive into some fishy questions, or is there anything else you want to add to the
I think that's it. We have 2 different nursing companies that are now interested in trying to fulfill the hours we have. So we should get a nurse back pretty soon. So I mean, it should work out in the end. It just I have to go back to, I think I'm right now at 120 hours a week without her working here because she was doing 44. So I was at like 76 or something, 78, something like that. I forget what I was doing, but it was the lowest I had worked with Tracy in the 2.5 years she's been home. I've never had that many hours filled.
But she's been so easy lately. I think it's just been like crazy. Well, first, before we get into the questions, Dylan Russell, $9.99. I have an established 210 with 15 big cichlids. Recently, it's been smelling horrible. Only after feeding. Is it bacterial colonies in the sand? Not enough filter media? Tank has 2 FX6s. Thank you.
Yes, when you feed and then it starts smelling, it's definitely from not enough bacterial filtration. And the smell goes away because it is catching up later. You put you another FX6 on there or 5 or whatever. Put you a wet dry filter, something. Add something in on that with that. But the bacteria is what smells. It's nothing else. Mary Dean says, I met Tracy once when her and Rich safety.
I'm way up on here because we have a bunch of comments.
Safety, you are looking out for her. Yeah, it's her safety you're looking out for. Yeah, exactly.
Well, we got another super chat in. Vasquez family. $10. Thank you. Hi, family. We're out in California here. A couple bucks. Get # Tracy some wonderful flowers or some stuff she likes. That's so sweet.
You know what? I found something she really likes. She can't really eat food, and she has a trach in, so we can't give her nothing. But her mouth, the only thing she ever gets is, a toothbrush, cleaned out with the stuff we have to clean her mouth with, and it's minty. Someone had mentioned, remember when you were a kid, the dum-dums? They have small dum-dum suckers. So now I bought a big bag of those, and every once in a while I'll take one out and give it to her, and she just sits there and she's got all these different flavors to go through, and she just I see sheer happiness on her face when I stick that in her mouth. She can swallow the liquids. So I used to just, every once in a while, I'd get a little bit of syrup, put on my finger and put that in her mouth, or peanut butter or chocolate, and give her a taste,
That's the one thing, too. I asked that one nurse to do that. I was like, and she's like, it doesn't work. There's no point in doing it.
There's a point.
I know. I was like, no, you keep doing it until one day maybe she'll respond. If she doesn't, fine. She just gets a nice little taste.
Yeah.
What's the worst that can happen? She gets a nice little taste in her mouth.
Dang it, she got a good flavor in her mouth.
We got a Jim Sheasley. Hey,
Hey,
bud.
Tim, thank you.
$5. Thank you. You know, the last time I was there, Jerry tried to sell me an iPad for $4.55. Jim, that's comments of the night so far.
No, you're killing me, Jim.
Somebody asked a long time ago how I came to live here. Basically, I just got kicked out. I asked if I could stay here, and I've been here for the last year.
Well, I can iterate on that. You and your boyfriend broke up, and you moved in with your mom.
It didn't work out.
Your mom, you couldn't live with her, so you asked if you can live here, and I said yes, but I will charge you no rent, but you're going to have to clean and earn your keep around
little
here.
ass off here.
The first 3 or 4 months, did you work your little butt off here? You thought it was like moving back in with mom,
It was
right?
vacation.
No, I wasn't having any of that.
There was some talk on TJ, and I got some great news on TJ. TJ actually has become a super nice bird. So Josh taught me something, that if you stroke the back of a bird, it sexually stimulates them and excites them. So I was like, you know what? TJ's always biting me. I'm going to give that a shot.
You're out there stimulating my bird?
So I've been petting his back, and now the bird will come on my shoulder.
As long as you don't pet his front, okay?
No, I don't pet his front.
Okay.
But he comes up, he'll go on my shoulder. He hasn't
my
bit me
God.
since or anybody else. He's been coming up to people. And so it works really well. But Josh was right. I think he was telling me that so I would stop doing it, but I was like, maybe it'll make TJ not attack me every time I go near his cage.
Now he really likes her.
No, he likes everybody now. Now he
I
doesn't
can't
bite.
figure it out why he likes you so much.
He's a good bird now.
You're sexually stimulating him.
But he's a good bird now, is he not?
Oh my God.
Yeah, what's his face was giving me a bunch of crap for it today. He was like, yeah, no wonder that bird likes you. He's excited.
Oh my
I was
goodness.
like, but he's not biting you now. And he was like, I wouldn't be biting you either if I was having sex with you.
I'm glad someone else said it and I didn't have to. Who said that?
What's his face? Fucking old guy.
What's his face? Effing old guy? This is how you talking about Jerry?
Yeah, Jerry.
What is wrong with
I
you?
don't know. Jerry.
See the social, inadequacies here. She needs to be she needs a little etiquette teaching is all. Funny.
Today's OnlyFins GoFundMe. Somebody said jerks are gonna be jerks. Good riddance. Glad True Colors came out sooner than
Oh
later.
yeah, her True Colors definitely came out, and it was all in this last week. Because before then, she pretended to be the nicest nurse. Other than the fact that when she first got here, she sat down and opened up a Bible and started reading me a page out of
Wait,
it.
was that nurse that did it?
And so I'm like, listen.
No, that was the other nurse.
No, stop. Okay, you done? I can go on. I was like, listen, I have my beliefs. You have your beliefs. I'm not going to push mine onto you. Don't push yours onto me. She closed up the book, and that was that.
Wait, so that was that nurse that just quit? Or that you fired? Oh, it all makes sense.
Oh, that was another thing. On her way out, she's like, and you didn't fire me. I quit. I'm like, no, you said you were going to quit. I fired you tonight.
Yeah. Somebody asked if I'm afraid of the police. I'm not afraid of the police. I just F the police.
Oh, stop it. I have a lot of police friends.
No, some of them are good, but if possible, I don't want to be around them. I don't want them to be involved, with them when they're
You're
on
scared
duty.
of going to jail.
Yeah, I don't want to go to jail.
Have you ever been to jail?
No, I told you, I've only ever gotten a speeding ticket.
And you were scared you were going to go to jail?
No. I
No?
just didn't like
So
it.
why are you scared of going to jail?
A lot of my friends have gone to jail, and
Oh.
that was scary.
That sounds scary. Wow.
I'm still going down.
Fish Egg says, is that the equivalent of a dog humping your leg?
Pretty much, I think. Addicted to Fuel says, do you guys have any community fish that need a new home? We always have fish. I'm not sure what we have right now, but there is always something out there. Question, do you have StreamYard set up to create disco effects when you chair dance or confetti for thumbs up? No, but that's a kind of a good idea.
Stephen Bundley says, Big Rich, where do you find these nurse ratchets at? The Cuckoo's Nest? I take what they send me, and every one of them tries, they're on their best, performance the first day when I have to evaluate them, and give them the job or tell them I can't work with them, I have had a couple of male nurses show up here, and I told them, I'm sorry, I cannot work with male nurses. Tracy will not permit it. If she ever woke up and seen there was a male nurse here, she would just go off. I mean, she actually, it's not my business to say, but she has a real problem with male doctors, okay? So all of her doctors have been females. And one time she went to the emergency room and she told them she wanted a female doctor. And they were like, I'm sorry, but this is the doctor on call. There is no female. And he came in and started taking her top off, and she punched him right in the. Oh my God! I had to grab her and stuff.
Yeah, so no.
That doctor left. He never came back in. She really does not like guy doctors. Okay.
So it's avoided at all costs.
Avoided at all costs. So, I try and do this, and people are like, oh, look, once they seen one, they seen them all. It's not a big deal. It's just a nurse and doing his nursing duties. No, he's got to wash her privates. He's got to, clean her. He's got to dress her. No, that won't happen. She will not have that. And if she don't want that, then I can't let that go. If I do something she don't like, it's just, I don't know. I just can't see myself letting that happen.
Will Star's in here. Hey, Will Star. Also, somebody asked when the last time I showered was. Literally right before the live stream. I just have curly hair.
She did just jump in the shower before the live stream.
But there was a bunch of comments
that I looked nice today. If you.
I don't know. There was a bunch of comments that said I look nice tonight. Because I was asking you, I was like, are you sure the makeup looks okay?
I remember that.
Yeah. Fine.
I mean, I don't understand if you looked raggedy or something. When's the last time you took a shower?
Yeah. What the heck?
Yeah.
Everybody's making fun of me for the bird. And
I made fun of you for the bird.
Everybody is. Hey, the bird's nice now. That's all I can say. Whoever gets the bird's gonna get a nice bird now. Jim asked if I got my leaves yet. No, but they're on the way, aren't they?
Yeah.
I actually could check the mailbox. You know what we forgot to bring up? What also happened?
What?
Is my plan is coming into fruition. My fish.
Oh, I know. No.
Why?
No.
Why?
Because too early.
Too early?
Yeah.
Can I just say I got a few fish? No, you made a video on it. It's okay.
Oh. Ouch. On the back of our chairs. Ouch. The shirts keep falling, so.
Oh, wait. You should wear that.
There's one on here that said, shut up, Roger. Where's it at?
I got no idea. Nope.
I don't know.
Can I wear it?
No. It's around here somewhere. They keep falling off the back of these chairs.
Fish Addict says, hey, birds are cooler than police dogs. At least they won't tell where the weed is.
Oh, my God. Betrayed by a bird.
Sebastian asked if I was cheating on him. I'm not cheating on you, Sebastian. Don't worry.
They can't hear you when you talk like that.
Okay.
I can barely hear you. I'm sitting next
Sebastian
to you.
asked if I was cheating. No, I'm not cheating on you, Sebastian. Don't worry. Somebody said TJ was in the shower too, LOL.
Oh my God.
Marie Dean, aw, thank you. Skylar is a beautiful young lady. Rusty says bird is the word. Alec asked, do you still have the chinchillas?
Yes, but somebody's supposed to be coming by and picking them up. As of yesterday, they were supposed to be there.
Yeah, I've been spending time with them. Jens Carlson said, Skylar, you look awake tonight. Yeah, that's because I took my Vyvanse.
No one can hear you talking. You got to stop mumbling.
Okay. Yeah, that's because I took my Vyvanse today.
You know what, Dennis? Dennis Engel says that Skylar would be a dynamite registered nurse. I told her you can get your nursing degree in less than a year, and she could get hired through this company and work here, take care of Tracy, which she already does for free. So I don't see why you're not on that. I'd be all over that. It's $25 an hour.
I gotta pay for it though. Harley Gem says GoFundMe to send Skylar to nursing school.
No, it costs next to nothing. Don't worry about it. The online classes for most of it, and a little bit. So I mean, I would be on it. I'd be all over it.
I have my money saved for my truck. After that, I'm gonna be pretty much broke.
You have a truck now. You're buying a new truck. When you sell your truck, you will have the money back in your account. You will not be broke. You should get this nursing degree and get paid for what you already do anyway.
Okay.
You already do it anyway. Oh yeah, Lars Bremen says, no swearing tonight, you drunken sailor. He's talking to you, because afterwards he said you look good. Wasn't talking to me.
I'm not swearing.
You were. I had to stop you.
What did I say?
Oh my God.
Well, I also have all my. Do you need core classes to become an LPN? Because I have like 2 years of college credits.
All right, right here. Marie Dean says, yes, she can be an LPN in less than a year. Boom.
It cost her $10,000 23 years ago to go to LPN school.
That's before online classes came available. She had to go to,
You still have to do in-person ones for it.
Yeah, but you can still do a bunch of online classes to get most of it. Stop arguing with me and just do it. It's a no-brainer. This is a win-win-win situation.
Yeah, when I can get my money transferred over, I will.
Jen says, send her to school. Rich is not wrong. That's Sebastian. That's your man right there. Joanna Nell says, Skylar, you look good in that mermaid outfit. It was about 2 years ago. That was her boyfriend who was here with her in that video. He's the one that dropped her, actually dropped you.
Yeah, he dropped me on the rocks.
He was looking down to put her in the back pond, and he dropped her right on the rocks.
Crazy Cichlid says, Skylar, do you have a paid job or just get paid around the rescue? And the answer is no for both. I've been eating through my savings. I'm so busy around the rescue, I don't have time to have a job really and make money. I'm trying to figure out something I can do here where I can get paid for, whether it's selling things, I don't know, just something. But I'm eating through my savings. That's my job.
Thelma Hall says, Skylar, you really like to argue. I tell her that all the time, and I don't want this in my life. I don't need arguing. It's so stressful on me. I don't like it.
Well, Star's right. Skylar wants to be on the pro walleye fishing tour, not a nurse. I could probably, if I get my captain's thing, I can do charters. Charge people like $500 per trip. Will Star, come fishing with me. And nobody will fish with me. I've asked so many people to go with me. So many people have said they would, and nobody has gone with me. So I've only gone fishing once this year. It's been horrible.
Even Reaper, you asked him out on the boat.
Dude, he doesn't have to pay a dime. I'll pay for all the gas. I'll buy food for everybody. I don't.
Wait a minute.
I just want somebody
I
to fish
filled the
with.
boats up with gas. I'll be paying for that trip. Thank you.
I paid for my gas. Rusty says, Skylar, I love you, but your generation has a big problem with working hard for a living. I work my butt off here, and I was working full-time since I graduated high school, all the way up until I moved into here. So that is not true. I worked three jobs at one time.
And then you quit, and then for 3 years you were with your ex, who enabled you to be a little brat.
It was for a year, and that was when COVID happened.
Okay, and then you became a little spoiled brat. You didn't do nothing when you moved in here. You were like, oh,
I was depressed. I was dating Grace for 3 years. I was so depressed, I wanted to kill myself. But I worked my butt off, so that's...
Now she's much better. Now, I tell her all the time I'm proud of her. She's doing a good job.
I was up at 6 a.m. today cleaning.
Jens Carlson says, fish are quiet, Rich, not birds or women.
Shereen Hannah, Skylar should do what she wants to do, follow her own dreams. Yeah, It's just finding time because I'm not gonna leave Rich just here having to watch Tracy the whole time. I mean, can't do that.
T. Barrington says, "Where's Josh at tonight?" We said this earlier. He's working on one of his rental properties. I guess the tenants trashed it up pretty bad, and they're redoing everything. He has. See, I bought every cheap house in Cleveland, so I got a lot of properties. He's got 2 properties that he bought for like $200,000. So they're gutting it out right now, putting in,
Everything.
everything: new cabinets, new granite countertops, new flooring, new carpet, painting all the walls, fixing everything. So they're doing a rehab.
Crazy Cichlids, will you give my 11-year-old Lexi a shout out? She loves Fishy Friday. Shout out to Lexi. Glad you like watching.
Where'd you find it?
Right up there with all the things. I should probably be watching my language since she's 11 years old.
I tell you all the time, this is a family show.
Feels
You
like
trucker?
after hours. It feels like after hours to me.
Because that's the only time you're on is after hours, so you're used to it.
Feels
Okay.
like after hours to me.
Lexi, how you doing? It's awesome to be 11. We're giving you a shout out here on Ohio Fish Rescue. Here's to Lexi. Hope that makes you happy. Jen says, "Rich, why Prozac? What does that mean?"
I have no idea. This Kez family says, I think you're a good balance for the house, Sky. Thank you for helping out Big Man Rich for us. Yeah, no problem. He gives me a place to stay
And a hard time.
and buys me betas.
I did buy you a beta.
We have it on the video already, Rich.
Okay, well,
Sue-Ann, $5. Thank you, Sue-Ann. We love you. I just got a fajaka. Is that how you pronounce it? Fajaka?
Fajaka.
Is it a fajuka or
Fajaka from
Copper
Petco. It's 1 inch. Oh, that's so cute. I have a loan of 20-gallon with sand and hides. Any suggestion to help it grow? Right now, I'd be feeding it like bloodworms. Live bloodworms. That'll help it grow quick.
So I got my bystrees up, like double in size so quick just using bloodworms for when they were little.
Yeah, you could have had them grow faster if you used live bloodworms. That's what we do. That's our secret for the baby stingrays. They grow to double their size in no time using live bloodworms.
Do we have any?
No, you have to go to the store and buy them, and you put them in the refrigerator and you feed daily, until they're gone.
We'll have to get some. AZ Fish Room says, let me know if you need any beta breeding tips. I do. But no, you already had it in the video. So
I know. You can tell them. We went up to Agno Aquatics, great little mom pop shop, and I bought her a sorority of
11 female
female to go with her males because she wants to do a beta breeding project. And then they were so nice and wanted to give them to us. So what I did was I promised to give away tanks to the young kids on their behalf on our show. And I took a $50 bill and I crumpled it up and I threw it there and I ran out of the store.
Yeah, we ran.
That should help them cover their cost. And then I can still give away the tanks, which we've got 2 people already selected. I haven't told them yet, but we got 2 people selected for tanks. And we upgraded the tanks from the 3 and 5 gallons to 10-gallon tanks we're giving out with, the gravel, the plants, everything you need to grow out of beta. And
I'm saying beta. I hate beta.
And,
Beta
we're giving them out on behalf of Agno Aquatics.
Doesn't beta sound like something you'd hear from somebody from, like, New York?
Just.
You better get your butt up in there. I can't do an accent.
Was that you trying to do an accent? A New York accent?
I don't know. I don't know what I was trying to do.
That was funny.
Bob Taylor says, when I get around to visiting the rescue, I will go fishing with you. Oh, I appreciate that.
But she's heard that before.
Shane, why? Somebody earlier said to call you Daddy, and then I forget what the end part is, but
don't call me Daddy.
Okay, Daddy.
Oh my God. Jen's cleared that up. Says you make us happy, Rich. Better than Prozac. Oh, thank you.
That's nice. Shane Wisecup says that just praying that Rich and Tracy can get the right nurse that actually can take care of their needs together. I have no doubt that your help is greatly appreciated. Thank you. Crazy Cichlids. Okay, they got it. Crazy Cichlids sent 2. Is that euros? Thank you, Crazy Cichlids, though. Much appreciated.
AZ are one of our most esteemed mods.
Yeah.
Sends a message to Ohio Fisher. She goes, "Dear Big Witch, I am 7.5 years old and I need a 350-gallon police." Nice try, AZ.
What's that?
Love you, brother. That's hilarious.
We'll give you a 350 milliliter tank.
Oh my goodness. Mary Faulkner says, "Yo, hi."
Yeah, but Rich isn't too happy. I've kind of taken over the whole dining room right now.
Oh no, she is definitely a hoarder. Okay.
The betas just keep coming in.
You collect things and you refuse to sell them.
I'm gonna give away one of the betas.
You collect things and you refuse to sell
No,
them.
I want to sell them. I just can't. I'm lazy.
You're a hoarder.
I will sell them.
You collect guitars. You collect fishing
I have
poles.
2 guitars.
You collect. You have 2 guitars, 2 violins, saxophone,
2 ukuleles.
2 ukuleles,
Mandolin.
and you don't play none of them.
I would if when I get time. I will. I play them sometimes. But anyway, also, yeah, Nigel got sick. I went in there the other day because I had him in with all the females, and I think they were picking on him a little bit. So I got him moved to his own little tank right now, and I'm healing him up. But he's doing much. I was really scared. I was like in tears. I thought Nigel was gonna die. That was the first fish I ever got. That got me into fish.
What was that? Your cat died. That was your lifelong pet.
Yeah, that was the worst thing.
And your mom bought you Nigel to help you recover from the cat.
Yeah, she only let me get a beta fish. That's all.
Here, honey, your cat died. Take a fish.
Nate asked, "What kind of guitars do you have, Skylar?" I have a Fender Jaguar, love it. And then I have this guitar from the 1960s. I forget what brand it is, but it's awesome.
What is it?
It's a guitar from the 1960s. I forget what kind it is. It doesn't have a label on it, but it's from the 60s, and it shreds.
Is that the guitar I saw back there?
The red one, not the Fender.
Yeah, that's a 1959 Les Paul original.
That's not a Les
I was just freaking people out. That guitar's worth $5,000.
Eric Lawrence, $1.99. Could you give a shout out to my son, JL Escobar?
JL Escobar. Yes. All right, JL, this is for you, buddy. There you go. Stay fishy, my friend. Thank you, Eric.
Brooklyn asked, "How's the cat?" Oh yeah, and then you gave me Loki, and so now.
Well, I bought Loki for Tracy,
Yeah.
thinking that it was because she was coming aware so much. I really thought it would. And then it turned out after that was a bust, and now I have to take care of this cat. Skylar fell in love with it, so it's basically Skylar's cat. She takes care of it. She feeds it. She loves it. She keeps it out of my hair.
I'll go grab them in a second after I read this one comment. Crazy cichlids, $4 or €4.99. Thank you so much. Lexi is all happy and says, "Give the pocket money to get Tracy something nice." Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Saya asks,
Hold up. Nate Akil says, "My eyes got so big for a second." Les Paul.
Isaiah says, "What about the dollhouses you fix and sell? I thought you set up a workplace." Yeah, I need to get on that. I've been lazy. I've actually been starting to, though. We just got pieces cut out for it. I brought all the dollhouse stuff from my room down into the basement today.
Huh?
So I just organized everything this week too. So I'm getting on it.
I had 2 girls here for community service today. You know what I sent them to do?
To clean my room.
Help Skylar clean her room.
Let me go grab Loki. It's cleaner.
It's cleaner for sure. You had 2 adults helping you. Okay, M. Quamar says, "Rich, which fish in your life have you had for the longest time?" That would be Schwarzenegger. I've had him for 23 years. He's 24 years old. I got him when he was about 7 inches. He is a xanthic iridescent shark. Now he's 36 inches and yay tall, a foot tall, maybe 8 inches wide, and just bulbous. He looks like Schwarzenegger. He's my oldest fish that I've had personally. Oh, Kathy says, "I thought I was the hoarder of the house." Welcome to the hoarding club, Skylar. Yes, Kathy is a hoarder for sure. I go through all this stuff that we get donated, and I'll throw away junk stuff that we can't sell at the auction. I don't think anybody can use. Kathy goes behind me, goes through there and picks it all out, and she's got a big box full of stuff that she has to now drive up to her storage container that she has, and she puts it in storage. So yeah, Kathy is definitely a hoarder.
You would too. I'll come across a VCR and you'll have like 50 of them, and I'll be like,
What are you talking about?
Or, no, just something like electronic stuff like that in closets.
I have one VCR, and it's to turn
But not a VCR.
a VCR tape into a CD.
I mean, like
Or I'm
CD
sorry,
players. I'm just
not a
saying.
Blu-ray, but a DVD.
I'm just saying, like stuff like that, and I'll be like, why don't you get rid of it? He's like, I don't know, I might use it someday.
I never said that on anything I have.
Yes, you did on the car speakers that are in the closets.
Guys, I have two. They are American-based 3,000 watt 18s in my closet. I have a 5,000 watt Goliath amp, and they're in a big speaker box. I have crossovers, and I have a MB Quart 6-inch rounds with a 1-inch tweeter and the crossover to go to all them for a full system and audio, and then 2 head units. One has a 7-inch screen that comes out and pops up, and a 7-inch screen that covers the face that turns down before this one pops out. So you've got 2 7-inch screens there. This is stuff that I don't use no more, but I don't want to get rid of. That don't make me a hoarder. I want to put that back in the car sometime. But I had it in the van, all hooked up, the wires are in, and I use the van all the time for stuff, so I'd have to pick up this 300-pound box with speakers in it and move it out of the van. So it just got to be a pain in the ass, so I removed it from the van. This is good stuff. This ain't hoarding stuff.
Hey, I have good stuff too.
I can probably sell that for, I don't know, $4,000.
You sell it then for $4,000
Because that's going back in my car someday.
someday.
I might buy a big pickup truck to haul my boat. Now I'll put it in the back seats where I don't need people to sit.
Tell them how I weaponized Loki.
I don't know what you mean. But go ahead and show your cat so you can take him back.
I weaponized the cat. So we got air tags, and I have an air tag collar on him right now. It's kind of hard to see with all this fur. So we can tell where he is, and so I'm going to start training him to go after the mice. I already got him going on killing all the bugs and stuff like that. So I think he's going to be an
Any fly, he's jumping for. That cat can jump like 5 foot straight up. And if he sees a fly, he's jumping for it. He gets it. And then out in the pool room, on the very back side of the pool room, we have them shelves out there. And then we have all that food that got donated to us for the koi. Well, we found out that mice have been getting into them bags of food, and food's dropping all over. There's mice turds everywhere. So she's going to let the cat loose out there to be an expert mouser.
He's going to be good at his job. So I've been starting to train him by taking him out more, so he's comfortable. But Loki's going to be on the loose.
Marie Dean says, "Do you have to brush Loki
Yes,
daily?"
yes.
Yes, for
It's
sure.
horrible.
She had to buy special brushes to get out the
The mask.
matting in there.
Yeah, I just shaved off his belly because it was getting so matted.
Look how long. Give me this thing. Pull his,
He's mad. He's grumpy. I woke him up from a nap.
how big that cat is.
I don't even know if the camera will pick up all of Loki. Alright, can this up, put one back. Cheers.
M. Kumar says, "How long ago did you come in this hobby? Can we know the first fish?" Geez. My first fish was a baby alligator from the pet store I worked at. I was 14 years old, and it was the pet store that was next to my house. And, geez, it was, I don't know, what, I'm 60 now? That was 46 years ago? Geez, I don't know. That's a long time ago. I went from there and, grew him up, and he got big, and then someone offered me money for him. So I'm living in my parents' house, and they didn't like the thing being, over 1.5 feet long. And so I ended up selling him, and I got fish tanks, and, I don't know, I've had them ever since. It wasn't until we bought this house here 11 years ago that we went hog wild, though. But I already had the 4400. I had bought that at an auction. I took Joshy, or actually, I went to New York because this place was closing down, and I wanted to buy their excess filtration and stuff I had a garage at my last house, and I wanted this big filtration for that stuff. I went there and I ended up buying that 4400. So then I had to rent another truck and another car trailer to put the stand on one, the tank on the other, and then drive these both home. So that sat in my driveway over there for 2 years before I bought this house. And then we bought this house. And the first thing I did was add on a cement slab to the side of the pool room. And, once it dried, we were able to put the tank there. Then we could build all the way around it. And that's how the 4400 got in there. Well, Dennis Ingle says, Big Rich, your house is the only house where the cat should be worried about getting eaten by the fish. This is true. This is very true. Every other house, the cats are going after the fish.
Mm-hmm.
Here the fish will go after the cat.
That's very true. Somebody asked how you train a cat to get the mice. Well, he has a natural hunting instinct, but I got him a bunch of toys that he liked, and I slowly started incorporating.
This girl trained that cat, which I've never seen before in my life, to give paw on command and sit. That cat will sit. That cat will give paw. She trained him, so I don't even know how I'm doing it. I just know what I'm doing is working with him. You give him treats after listening.
Yeah. I made it so he knows to go back to the room when not to go back to the room. If I say, look, go back to the room, he'll go back.
He'll take off running for the room.
Yeah, and then, but if I have people here and I want him to stay out, he'll stay out. Somebody said, I rescued a 4-year-old ghost koi that's so stunted it's smaller than my 1-year-old goldfish. What's the chances that it'll grow?
If you put it in a big tank, it will definitely grow. 100% chance. If you feed it.
Fish people call square feet footprints, says Kathy. That's funny. Jens Carlson.
Oh my God, Will Star. She stimulates him. That's how she gets the
I don't stimulate Loki.
You stimulate Loki, the bird.
I stimulate the bird, apparently. LBG Foster says, are you training Loki to use the toilet? Not yet, but that'll be really easy. I think that's going to be the easiest one to do.
All right. Dennis Ingle says, Rich, are you buying the 10,000-gallon tank still? I don't know what 10,000 you're referring to unless you're referring to the one that we were talking about. And I believe that was the 30-foot long tank, 7-foot tall. And I don't know how far it was front to back, but I believe that was 24,000-gallon tank. Is the one that we did the GoFundMe for. If we can manage it, I would buy it if we can come up with the money. He's going to tear it apart. He built it brand new for a customer, and they never paid for it. So he's going to tear it apart and reuse the acrylic out of it. So I got to come up with, I think he said it was $54,000 or $64,000, and I could have the whole tank the way it sits. So right now the GoFundMe is up to like $3,000. I mean, there's really no chance in it unless we get a lot of help.
Jens Carl said biggest tank or deck?
Stop.
That's what they said. It's a deck. D-E-C-K.
And not a order. I remember the message.
LBG Foster, do you have any events coming up? Or there's none that we can do?
No, we didn't do the the moderator appreciation day this year with the band and the cookout. We've just been so swamped with stuff, we just haven't had time to do anything. We did pull off the outside yard sale, once a year yard sale here at Ohio Fish Rescue, but that almost didn't make it either. I mean, we were
scrambling.
We were scrambling to do that.
It was like people were coming and we were still setting up.
Yeah.
Most said you can actually train a cat to go to the bathroom in the toilet. Yeah, I know, and I know how to
seen
do it.
That.
It's just too much work, too much effort right now. It's how I have it set up right now is fine enough. And he drinks toilet water too, which is a big problem. So if the toilet seat's left open, he's just going to be drinking toilet water. So it's just not a good idea. Fish Addict says, why has Reaper been so quiet lately? I don't know. He hasn't been here that much. I think he's just got a lot going on. What else has happened?
I don't know, but go back to the nurses. The two night nurses, or I'm sorry, the weekend nurse and the night nurse, both love it here so much that, they're telling the company that, oh, it's a beautiful place to work at. Everything's so great there and it's awesome. And then you got one nurse saying, oh, it's nothing but people and people tramping through. So, I mean, she got caught lying on that one too.
OBG Foster says, I got laid off this week so I can volunteer. Oh, OBG, I'm sorry about that. Sorry
But
for
come on
Come
down.
on, whatever. Come on tomorrow.
I've got a spare room. You can stay here as long as you want.
OBG Foster, get your butt on down here. Come whenever you want. You're always welcome here. Well, Star, have you found Bigfoot yet?
I told you, Will Star never really went after Bigfoot. He saw a video of me walking through the backyard, and he made a whole channel of it, okay?
It's like when my cousin came, and he slept out. We were joking, and we're like, you could sleep on the porch. And then he actually slept on the porch.
Yeah, he did. On the wood flooring of
He
the
was
porch.
like, maybe I'll see Bigfoot tonight. He was just being goofy like us.
Oh, you don't know how much I wanted to sneak around the house and come up on the porch. Scare him.
In the morning, I asked him, I was like, so did you find Bigfoot? And he's like, yeah, he's standing right there. And he pointed at you. Geez, 24,000 gallons, 50 grand. That is a total deal. Rich, you will kick yourself for not getting that.
I know, but I really can't pull that off. I can't do it without help. So, I mean, I just don't have it.
Jens Carlson, I think I see Bigfoot, Will, or maybe I'm just drunk. Sasquatch looking MF on the screen.
Jens, I do not look like Bigfoot. I'm telling you.
If you were hairy, you would look like Bigfoot. I get to see you going like this.
Oh, with the beard, mustache, all this down here, yeah.
I think we found Bigfoot. He's at OFR. Well, Star, you're doing you're searching in the wrong places, buddy.
You want to see Bigfoot? Just come over here and drink with me. Yes, and OBG can do the Friday night live stream with us.
Yeah, OBG, get on over here. How far away does she live? OBG, how far are you from here?
It took me 2 years to find out that OBG was a
girl?
female.
Yeah, let's see how far away she lives. Get your ass on down here now.
Yeah. Well, look at you go when someone offers some free help.
Oh no, there was a while when we were getting too many community service.
No. I started off life with the best scam ever. Okay? I got the city to give us community service people doing their community service time here. This is great. People show up and work for free and then leave. And I can be their god that I sign them in and out.
Oh, I get to tell them what to do too. That's fun.
I give you the girls that go and work.
Oh, it's fun.
Oh, you like being in that position, huh?
Nobody backtalks me. Let's say I ask somebody here for help. It's always I got this to do or whatever. I ask community service people to do this, and I could just sit there and just. I don't sit there. I help with them, but you get the point. OBG's less than an hour away. OBG, why aren't you over here right now? Get on over here.
Oh my God, Stephen Bundley. This is why I love Stephen so much. Remember when Bigfoot battled the $6 million man on TV, must-see TV back in the 70s? That was like the greatest show ever. I couldn't believe that Steve Austin he ran into Bigfoot, and Bigfoot turned out to be an alien and a creature, and he was a robot, and he had to fight him, and all this stuff, and then he ended up helping out the aliens and stuff. It was great. I loved it. I couldn't wait till see, this is back when TV was on. There's a show on. You get to watch it one day a week.
I know how TV
and then
works.
next week,
How
you
young
get
do
to
you
see
think
the
I
next
am?
show. Oh my God.
That's how I grew up. Brock N says, as long as you flush toilet water, it's just water. The problem is people forget to flush.
Brock, let me explain this.
Cat.
If I pee in a cup, and then she comes up, she pours it out and rinses it with water. Now, do you want to drink water out of that cup?
And plus, the cat gets the water everywhere. He soaked your bathroom before. Skylar is like, respect my authority. Remember from South Park? Respect my authority.
Cartman.
Yeah.
Raheem says, which movie's a TV show? That was the $6 Million Man. Steve Austin. You know, we can repair him. We have the technology. You know, he had a glass eye. He could zoom in and see things. He had the bionic arm and the bionic legs. He could run 50 miles an hour. It was a classic TV. Then they had the Bionic Woman for a while. That was a spinoff of it. Farrah Fawcett was on it. All kinds of different stuff back in the day of all the huge stars. So, where's Tracy?
She's good. I just checked on her. Just suctioned her.
You checked on her? Where's she at?
Where's she at?
Where's Tracy?
Her bed.
She's in her bed? Where's her bed?
The living room.
Yeah, Tracy's bed is in the living room? I just said Tracy 5 times now, people.
I'm confused. Why are you asking where?
Because Tracy's a drinking word 6 times.
Oh, yeah. Oh, my gosh, Richard.
You dingbat.
Here. Don't read it out loud.
So what else can we bring up?
What else has happened? I mean, it's just been so hectic over here. We were supposed to have the 3D people come out, and I haven't seen them yet.
The who people? Oh, yeah, 3D people. They're supposed to come make a 3D walkthrough of our fish room, giving us a virtual tour on our website.
And, yeah, they were supposed to come yesterday, so we were scrambling to get everything cleaned up, and then they never came.
Then we cleaned up more today.
And then they never came.
All right. Look at Sue Ann. She said, Richard, she's doing that a lot lately. I don't like it.
Well, it's just like I started doing it, and then everybody kept looking at me funny, so I thought it was funny. And so I kept doing it.
No one's called me Richard since my mother.
So now he's Richard to me.
No, I am not.
Would you rather be daddy?
I am your God.
Would you rather be daddy?
Don't you dare ever call me that. You're playing around, but now you're giving everybody all kinds of weird thoughts.
Well, you're like a father figure to me. Well, somebody in the chat earlier said to do it. You know, I gotta respect the chat.
Vasquez 70 says, thank you, Rich. That is nasty water. I started as a janitor, now I strip away wax floors for myself. So she knows, they know. I mean, it's nasty. You can't, that cat is drinking nasty water. I don't care if it's flush in between, it's still nasty. There is bacteria from the pee that has been, you know.
And he gets it all over the floor, so I have to clean the floor like.
Yeah, he plays in that water. He splashes, he takes his toys, picks them up, brings them to the toilet, puts them in the toilet, and then bats at them. And gets water all around the floor.
How many times I've had to grab toys out of the toilet? There was one time there was like all of his toys were in the toilet.
Really?
Yes.
Look what you started.
Wash them all off. It's
Not
okay,
fun.
Richard.
Don't do that.
Richie?
Big Rich. My son is Little Rich.
Oh, Richard Dino. That's what else I was calling you.
You know, I need a club or something. Remember back in the caveman days? Ugh. That's how a man would get a woman.
Richard Dingbat?
Bonk you over the head, grab you by the hair, and tear you into the cave. I just want to bonk you over the head.
You're going to lock me in my room?
I would love to lock you in your room. If you were my child, I would have already locked you in your room.
So I'd be locked in a room.
Yes.
If I was your kid, I would be locked in my room.
If you
For
hear
how long?
how mouthy you get to me sometimes.
Just sometimes I don't know what's going on up there. Would Skylar not do more videos and take over from Reaper if he's starting to slow up?
No, Skylar's really lazy.
Oh, shut the front door! Shut the front door!
Good call.
Wait, what time is it? It's almost an hour. I got 4 more minutes.
And Crazy Cichlids, we couldn't ask Reaper to step down and not do his channel.
Yeah, Reaper's having fun with it. And I go with Reaper sometimes. Skylar, we know you are joking, but if you call an older man daddy, it's creepy.
Right. Someone asked if the stream, we call it Dropped off? No. Everybody's still here. We got 260 people.
Let me go back to it. I'll redo it. I have an ad right now. Oh, Against the Flow says, Skylar, you look very pretty tonight. Sebastian said, backyard swear jar.
That's what she needs. She swears like a trucker, and I try and stop her all the time.
There's no helping.
Back when I used to talk to your mother, I'd talk to her all the time about I will break her of this. And she was all for it.
How's that been going for you?
You're unbreakable.
I'm unbreakable.
You're unbreakable.
There's no helping me.
There's no hope. That's all there is to it. You are who you are. People can't deal with it. They're going to have to get over it. Because I can't change it. I tried hard. You know, I hit her as a little joke, and she comes back with this clobbering, but she's got this itty bitty tiny little fist of all bone, and it splits my meat and gives me a Charlie horse every time she hits me.
Dennis Angle said, Skylar, did you take a bath since the show started?
No, she
I just
did
have
not.
curly hair, guys. It's brushed. It's all good.
You have not taken a bath since the show started, though.
To have it
You
here.
dirty, dirty, dirty girl.
See, look, you can run I can run my fingers through my hair. It's just like this. I can't help it, okay, guys? Just who I am. The vibes are good this Fishy Friday. This was a good one. Maybe we'll keep it going. Bruce Sky.
No. They meant get the
Oh.
thing. Who said that? You're no Vasquez family. You're not my friend no more. Back off with him.
Looking
Seriously.
at you.
Put him down. That's Josh's thing. Put it down. Okay.
Well, I'm Joshler. Skylar, where's Bruce? I'm Joshler tonight, remember?
You are not. If you were Josh tonight, sweetie, you'd be a lot smarter. No, say sit. Sit down. It's a Friday Fishy live stream. Sit down. Ouch. There's no standing.
Harley Gem says, I feel for you, Skylar. I have curly hair, too. You know what I'm saying?
Put it down.
Need something else. Joshler Skosh.
All right. So, what do you want to tell them about? We'll just start talking amongst ourselves.
My betas. I'm going to talk about my betas.
What do you got to say?
If anybody has any recommendations for betas, well, I guess we're talking about.
No, you got your males, you got your females.
Yeah.
You're good to go.
I got my males. I got my females. I mean, we just got so much going on right now that like I don't even know where to start on things. So
Well, you got your half moon.
yeah, Kathy
males.
got me a half moon male. Thank you, Kathy. And it's absolutely beautiful. The half moon's gorgeous. He's got like a gorgeous. It's almost
And
like an
now, is
upright
that the
color
one
moon.
building the bubble nest now?
Yeah, he's building. I already got him building a bubble nest.
Just came in.
He just
started
came in.
building the bubble nest.
Yeah, so what I did was I put him in the tank next to all the females, and I waited until I found a female that was interested, made sure she had eggs.
She hung out looking at him.
Yeah, she had eggs, and then so I put a divider in between both of those tanks. And,
Took her out, put
yeah.
him in with them
And then I threw a heater inside of the tank
to
too.
raise the temperature.
Yeah, to raise the temperature. So
So
far they're getting
optimal
along.
breeding.
Yeah.
You're basically putting on some some sexy music and
Yeah, pretty
turn the
much.
lights down.
Yeah, no, I've been turning the lights off at night for him.
You're playing Barry White and shit.
Yeah, but what I've been thinking about doing too is I might have to switch out the female because they're getting along a little too well. It's normal for the males to start, flaring up at the females. And maybe he just doesn't find her, pretty enough. Maybe he's got some higher standards than her, but those koi betas are absolutely gorgeous. They look like males, don't they?
They are beautiful. All my life, female betas were, pretty boring looking. And now we got these from Agno Aquatics, and they look like
Well,
Just male bettas.
Yeah.
They're gorgeous.
Lori sent me the link to them, and I was like, no way. You know, because I was just getting betas that day. I went to other stores because I didn't think Agno Aquatics had them because they didn't have them the last time I was in there. But then they just happened to get in a bunch right when I needed them. So I begged you to take me there. I was going to pay for them, but then you were like, how many do you need? I was like, 10, but I'm going to get 11 for a good buck.
No. You had worked your butt off watching Tracy and helping me out. You're letting me sleep a little bit, and that's what I needed around here.
I appreciate it.
You know, so I appreciated it, and the least I can do is buy your project for you, and then help you work it and get it out. Yeah. I'm building your cabinet. When you decide on how many tanks or what tanks you want and how I can build it and design it and make it for you.
I have a really good idea on that. What I was thinking is, in that pen, if we get in any more like little tortoises or something that are going to go in there, we can use, so if you want the shelf to go over that area, we can use that bottom part and make it like a little hideout for the tortoises too. So it will all like look nice.
Remember I had their pen in one corner? Yeah. We can put the pen in this corner because there'll be one leg coming down from the stand will have 4 legs. 2 on this side, 1 behind the tortoise enclosure, 1 has to be inside the tortoise enclosure. So we can use that to make a wall with. And then they have their little area to where they sleep at night.
Yeah, but I'll draw you up something. Bob Taylor says, play Bolero. What's that?
Bolero.
$10. Thank you so much. What is that?
It's a game that I haven't ever played, but thank you, Bob, for the $10.
I'm going to look it up. I'll see what it is. Jens Carlson says the newborn beta.
Freddie says bettas are for beginners. Not actually.
Not the ones I'm getting.
No. She's got the high grade bettas, and she's breeding them. So that's not a beginner, project. It's very hard to keep betta babies alive and grow them out,
Jens Carlson says 18 tank small one shelf for the breeding. We're going to do, I don't know how many tanks yet. I still have to take some measurements so I can figure out exactly how many I'm going to do, how I'm going to do it. So there's still more.
We have two 10 gallons for the breeding area. And then we have a bunch of the, 2.5 gallon that we're going to turn sideways. So 6 can fit in a position where 2 10 gallons are. So she's going to have 2 10 gallons, 6 of these, and then 6 more, and then 6 more.
I was thinking about even getting like 1 gallons or something to put the babies in, or even like if I have a male or a female that's out for a little bit, I can just rotate the betas around. Somebody asked me, can you make something handmade waterproof for the fish, like the boat you had in the beta tank? And yeah, I've actually been looking into that, figuring out what I can use for the tank.
You can spray anything with clear paint, and it will be, good for the fish.
Yeah, the thing is, though, that since I'm doing breeding, I really only can have the Java moss in there and the almond leaves in the tanks. So the only real tank that's going to be totally aquascaped, I'm going to make it way better, is going to be Nigel's tank.
Harley Jem came up with a great idea.
Dude, that's actually brilliant.
A dollhouse into your, and have it to the back side.
Little ones.
No. Where you can, on one side of the tank, you can see the front of the dollhouse. On the back side, you can see inside the dollhouse. And they can have their little rooms.
That's another idea. But the one idea, so Rich brought this up as a joke to me, but I'm trying to convince him to do it. So I have that project built. Rich wants me to sell it. I'm telling him no. And then he's like, okay, fine then. We'll turn it into a fish tank. And I'm like, wait a second. That's actually a brilliant idea.
No, a pond.
Yeah, but
dig out a little bit of ground in the front yard.
You put
throw the boat in there. Fill it with water.
You put rocks. We'll have we can make little portholes in the side.
A waterfall coming in.
Yeah, so you can see it.
Like a shooter coming out of the steering wheel or something. Water just splashing back in.
Yeah, but I think there's a way where we can make it look really cool. I think that's a really good idea. Because I'm like, no, either we're turning it into a fish tank or I'm restoring it. I'm not selling it. I'm not giving up on this project. Willstar asked, are betas the fighting fish that you have to keep apart? Well, here's the thing. The males, yes, you do have to keep them apart. But the females you can have together most of the time. Some of them you can't really keep together. Let's say you get different females from different stores, but since all my females grew up together, they're totally fine in a tank together. None of them are bothering each other at all. I did have some issues when I had Nigel in with them. That's why I moved him out of the tank. So I wouldn't recommend, if you have a male and a female together, that would only be temporary and only one of each in the tank, but absolutely no males together because they will fight. But
Fight to the death.
yep, the male and female I have together right now, I've had no problems with them fighting. He's gone after her a little bit, but he hasn't nipped at her or anything. So I haven't had any problems. Start hatching baby brine shrimp. And yes, and I already have Java moss. I've been growing out Java moss for quite some time now. So I have Java moss in all of my tanks. I think I have 5 tanks now.
Like Raheem says, even Tamara has a good betta collection. Okay, she may have, but you know, Skylar's had beta for years, and you know, she wants to start her beta thing because she wants to be a better fish keeper and all that, and then we can give out bettas to, you know, all the young kids. When usually I give out like 10-gallon tanks and stuff. We can give them a betta with them, you know, because we'll have a bunch of babies.
That could be a way that I can start making some more money too. I'll be able to sell.
You won't make much money on them, though.
I won't make much money, but it's still some money. Some money's better than no money.
Whoa.
Sorority beta tanks are pretty. Skylar talks. There's a buzz in the background.
You know what would be a better decoration for your fish tanks?
What?
Your nursing license. Get it laminated, put it underwater. And then you're making more money than you would selling the bettas.
I'll have to look into the logistics and everything of it to figure it out. Oh yeah, I forgot to Google Bolero. Bob Taylor sent us $10 for that. Let's see what this is. I'm kind of scared a little bit, Bob, with how you're discussing this. Sent us $10 to play a game that's a little bit suspicious. Bolero game.
Okay, on that same sense, you know, listen, bettas are together in the wild, but they're far and few between. They're in these little rice paddies in about 6 inches of water, and you know, you'll have one, and then, you know, 12 foot down the road, you'll have another one. They have their own territories. They don't leave, so they don't fight. But in a 1-gallon tank, you put 2 together in there, they're going to fight because this is my territory. No, this is my territory. You know, so they fight. That's the difference. In the wild, they are together in one body of water. It's just you know how it is.
Sebastian said backyard betas. Yeah, we've been making jokes. Betas, biters, boats, and bitches. It's gonna be my YouTube channel name.
I told her channel name should be Boats and Hoes. She can get all of her girlfriends.
Told me that.
All of her girlfriends to go out in bikinis and just go hang out on the boat. You know, go fishing, or girls with bikinis and then fishing, and then girls with bikinis fishing. She would make some money on that channel. I'm telling her.
Lori forgot about the live stream. She just messaged Bolero. I don't know what I can't find this.
Let me look.
There's a game called Aquarium Designer. I actually have been playing an aquarium game. Richard's been making me make fun of it.
Bolero.
What is Bolero?
I'm looking.
It's not a game, he said. Now I'm confused.
Bowling game.
I throw
Okay,
a bowling
let's
ball
take
at you?
Bolero's a type of tie.
Okay, I'm giving up with this Bolero thing. Backyard throats? I don't know what the THR
That's horrible. Who said that?
Jessica's family.
That's horrible.
That's hilarious.
Bolero's a Spanish dance thing. Bolero's also a song.
I'm afraid to play it now because we got $10. We got is it 7:30 yet? Yeah, it is. Just turned 7:30. It's definitely a thing on YouTube. Yeah, but I'm doing mine's more like boat based, my channel.
Oh, Boats and Babes.
Boats and bitches.
No, Boats and Babes.
Dollhouse betas. You know what though? That paint you're talking about, I actually have miniature dollhouses for my dollhouses. I can put a little miniature dollhouse in the tank.
The hot girls fishing is definitely a thing on YouTube. You can just, every one of your girlfriends, hey, you got to come out fishing with me. I'll take you out, pay, free.
There's a
Take them
problem
along.
with this, Rich. How many female friends do I have?
I don't know, 8 that I've seen so far.
How many times have they came back? How many? I don't really have that many friends.
I'm saying, call them up. Hey, we're doing this today. We're going out on a boat. You want to go? You don't tell them it's fishing. You wear a bikini, I'll pay for all your drinks, I'll pay for your food. Let's go out on the boat today.
That's how it works.
And you get them out there in bikinis, you do your video, and you do a little bit of fishing, and boom, you make your
Jeff
videos.
Valero by Jeff Beck.
Oh, that's a song.
Should I pull it up? I'll do it towards the end of the night. But no, the beta thing's going actually way better than I thought so far. All the fish are getting along. I kind of got them in tanks. I have one male and one female in a different tank. They don't mess with each other.
Look at Suan. That would make money. I'm telling you.
Hose.
No, boats and babes. Babes and boats. You can't have boats and hoes. Stop. And it sounds raunchy from the get-go. Boats and babes.
Ashton says you need a business name, Sky. It's Backyard Boats. Randy Vid said, "What's up, Big Rich and Sky? What's up? Hey, you were at Sky. Build a dollhouse beta tank. Actually, you know what? At my mom's house, I have a bunch more dollhouses there. I have one that would be absolutely perfect to put tanks in and turn it into a dollhouse tank. Because I totally gutted it. It's all cleared up. I was waiting to fix it up. And so I could use that one.
It's two down.
Now you're on your third.
Now we talk to Slurring Rich.
Check your phone, Rich, says Welch Star. Backyard boobs, says OBG. Backyard decks, says Jens Carlson. Oh my god.
Cool Star, why'd you send you a picture of me?
What else do we have to talk about?
Okay, Will Star says, Weston and Winnie is what takes up his time. So feel free to show the live stream picture of his grandkids. That up there by the thing. This is why Will Star isn't making videos no more. Here, let me put this on. There you go. That's
Aww.
his kids. Aren't they cute? There we go.
Fishy questions tonight. Why does it always go from Tracy to fish for about a minute and then no fish? Straight to no fish.
Let's see what else we can talk about here. Oh, Chase came up from Kentucky.
Forgot to mention that.
Yes.
He is such a nice guy. He's from Fish King on YouTube. Mm-hmm. He is one of the nicest people I think I've ever met before. He is such a great guy.
He's already married. Stop it.
I know that. His wife is beautiful too. But he was so nice, so respectful. Just.
Oh, you know who else was beautiful?
Oh yeah, his mother-in-law.
His mother-in-law. I swear to God, I thought she was his sister or something, like 28-ish. And
I did too.
Yeah, and then, you know, like, he tells me, no, she's in her 50s. And I'm like, there is no way at all. No way. She looked like your sister, blah, blah, blah. But anyways, they came by here, and, you know, he's the one that turned us into the guy that got us our original
Chase with the paddlefish.
Paddlefish, yes. So we got our paddlefish from him, and you know, we're going down. He's trying very hard to get us an albino paddlefish. If they have them this spring, we're going to get one. If they don't, we have to wait till next spring. But we will have an albino eventually, because, you know, we're good friends. You know, he's a nice guy.
Randy Vids member for 1 month. Awesome, Randy. Thank you.
So anyways, he came here and he did his tour and he did a video tour of the place.
Mhm.
And you can see that on Fish King on YouTube. Just search for Fish King, and that'll be his channel. And we did a video while he was here. You saw it today. Someone actually yelled at me for making him video me in here talking about Tracy, and it's clearly on the video that Skylar was videoing that. He wanted to go out there and do a video, and I'm like, sure, go ahead. He asked me, I'm like, sure. So he was out there videoing to kill some time. I videoed in here about Tracy to, put some time into the video that I had today. That way I could go ahead and, when he's done, spend the rest of the day with him and stuff. And, we did our thing.
OBG said to make some money, you have to breed a beta.
About a baby. The beta, yeah.
A beta. That's funny. Jits Carlson also said vape buddies or vape pal. Heck yeah. I hate this. AZ, remember for 3 years and 1 month. Love you, OFR. Thank you, AZ. That's awesome. Remember for 37 months.
Who?
AZ, remember for 37 months.
There it is. Well, that's our moderator.
That's our buddy. Where's Brittany at tonight?
I don't know, but he's got the sweetest, nicest wife ever.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's awesome.
You know what I miss? I miss Sue Ann's cooking.
Are you doing that to start something? So I just cooked for you. You were sick. I cooked you chicken noodle soup.
Yeah, you did do that.
You loved it.
It was really good.
I just cooked you food today, food yesterday, food the day before. And you're going to tell me you miss Sue Ann's cooking?
I'm like,
Go move in with Sue Ann.
Sue Ann, member for 32 months. Love you guys. Awesome, Sue Ann.
Yeah, you're the greatest, Sue Ann.
Rusty said, remember when you were opening the bottle and Mr. Stromming and the cap flew at lightning speed and hit on the side of your face? That was funny. We need to do that. We need to do more food challenges. I had fun doing that. No, not like that. Like good food. You know what I mean? Like, remember those ketchup chips that I had us try?
Yeah, we could do that.
No, we'll go to that one store where I got my Funko Pops from because they have a bunch of the weird flavors and stuff.
Now you're speaking another language. Funko Pop, that sounds like another language.
No, the store where I got them from. And we can get a bunch of like different flavors that you can't get in the US, and we can try a bunch of different flavors of food, and we'll see what's hot and what's not. Marie Dean, love OFR, member for 8 months. Awesome, thank you, Marie. Willstar says, I need someone to cook for me. Just come there.
Willstar is whining. I'm a nice old guy. I take care of my grandchildren. I need a woman to cook for me. He's playing that angle. I hear you, Willstar. I hear you, buddy.
Willstar, just come over here and marry Rich.
Oh my God, we'd have the best life together.
You and Willstar?
Yeah. Except I'd have to give him, the chest implants, boobies.
You have to give him boobies?
Yeah.
I have a question for you guys. What is an ethical use of a 10-gallon tank? I don't want to only beta. What can I use instead? 10 gallons fine, and actually, it depends on the beta, but a lot of them do get along with other fish. I've always just thrown a couple guppies in with my betas.
She just had, in the 16-gallon, she had her guppy, her beta, Nigel, with like 10 guppies.
He was fine with them for the whole time.
And also a little Cory cat.
Yeah, I have a Cory cat. Now I have them with the other beta.
Right.
And they all get along perfect. I have them in a 16-gallon. It's more than enough room for everybody. Just make sure that you have a lot of places for them to hide. Add a lot of Java moss. Add some wood. Just add a lot of places where the betas can hide. A lot of structure. And, yeah, you'll be fine adding in other fish. But 10-gallon, honestly, should be fine just for a couple other fish in there. But I definitely recommend, so I've tried a bunch of different fish in the tank. The Cory cats and the guppies have been the best ones that I found. There was another type of fish that I saw. I tried too. I forget what kind of catfish it was. It was a suckerfish, actually. And that did not work at all. He was running after the betas.
Do you see how patiently I'm waiting to talk?
Yeah.
See, an adult. You talk.
You are
I
the
talk.
bottom, son. Don't
External.
forget it. Will Star.
Oh, we'll start. No, you are at the bottom.
Okay.
Okay, listen.
What-
Let me straighten this up. Sue Ann, I enter you a challenge, lady. I will cook my favorite dish to cook. You come here and cook your favorite dish to cook. How about that? We'll let everyone decide and see who is the most ultimate cook. And I'll tell you ahead of time.
You don't tell who cooked the dishes, though. It has to be.
Oh, okay, we can do that.
Yeah. So we don't know.
We can do that. No
Everybody
one knows
gets
the
a
dish.
piece of each, like 1 and 2. They're all labeled, and then
Okay,
at the end.
okay. That's even better.
So that way, there's no, no one's biased. Brittany Zibble is $20 because Skylar follows through. How about a Skylar's Sizzling Kitchen where she cooks for Big Rich and he honestly rates. Skylar can learn different recipes.
Big Rich will go skinny as can be if Skylar was cooking.
I'll make you something. I'll make you a nice vegetable meal.
She can't cook at all.
Yes, I can.
Wait.
You just don't like my
have
food.
2 dishes, okay? She made me a baked potato the other day and was so proud of it. It was actually pretty good. She did it in the microwave for 5 minutes.
No,
And then she put cheese on it, sour cream, chives, all that, and melted it, and of course it's going to be good when you put all that on
I
it.
can't cook here is because you get all the, what do you call it? You get like welfare foods. I'm used to cooking with all natural stuff, like, having tons of vegetables, fruits.
I have
chips.
welfare foods?
Yeah.
Welfare foods?
Yeah, like, okay, I'm going to come up with a meal. I'll get everything I need for it, and I will make you something good.
I had your Jewish meal for your
Yeah, that was.
that was horrible.
Yeah, you don't like my foods.
It was all water with one ball in the middle that tasted
so
horrible.
good. I love it.
It was water, and the ball in the middle
It's matzo ball
tasted
soup.
like matzo ball soup, and it tasted like uncooked.
Okay, done with
dough.
this. Done with this. We have exactly the opposite things that we like to eat. We like everything opposite.
Yeah, when I make soup to where there's hardly no broth. It's all meaty, all yum. She makes soup. There's like 1 piece of meat, 1 celery, and it's all broth. And she's like, "This is so good."
And vegetables.
Oh my god, it's
Okay,
horrible.
but here's the thing. This is why it's good too, because if we order food or something, I'll give you all the crap I don't want, and it ends up being your favorite stuff. You give me the crap you don't want, it ends up being my favorite stuff. So every time you get food and you get 2 different dishes, we pretty much just said we would combine them, but we swap foods around, and then we both get a perfect dish.
You take food off my plate,
No, that's
and
other
then you
times.
eat all your plate.
That's other times. I do. I have a bad habit of when Rich makes something.
No,
he's
she's like,
eating,
"Rich, you're so nice to me. Even my last boyfriend wouldn't let me eat off his plate, and you let me eat off your plate." I'm like, because there's more in the tub over there.
I always eat the last bite of Rich's food every time. Does it drive you up a wall?
Drives me up a wall, but I let you do it.
Yeah, Michelle knows what's up. Matzo ball soup, gefilte fish. Gefilte fish is so good, and bagels.
I
with
just
lox
threw
and
away that
cream cheese.
gefilte fish that you bought with
Why'd
the
you
matzo
throw it?
because it's been in there for 6 months.
It's fine.
It's not fine, and
It was
obviously you didn't
fine.
like it, or you would have eaten it.
I forgot about it. Oh my god, I'm so sad now.
We had 1 big bowl, nothing but broth, and then a thing of dough in the middle. Looked like it was
matzo ball
covered.
soup.
Looked like it was covered with I don't know, shavings of
I
coconut,
had celery
and it
in
didn't
it.
taste good. It was
It
just
was amazing.
it was
It's my favorite
uncooked
food.
dough. What it tasted like.
It's awesome. I love it. It's one of my favorite foods. I ate it all.
Myself, I pour out all the water and try eating the dough. Soup is soup.
No. You have to let the soup go into it, and then you eat the soup, and you have a little piece of the matzah in there, and then you have a little carrot and celery, and you take that as a bite.
It was horrible.
It was amazing. Okay, well, you wouldn't like. I love zucchini lasagna. That's my other favorite meal. I'm gonna make that.
I do like vegetable lasagna,
Can I make?
only by Stouffer though. They use a
No.
white cream sauce. It's so good. No, don't say no. Don't curl your nose, woman. You haven't tried it.
Okay, I'll try. I love Stouffer's.
Vegetable
I will-
lasagna by Stouffer's
I
is
ate it with you.
amazing.
Josh brought it over. I had some.
Oh, and you like that?
Yeah, I did. But can I make Okay, I will find the recipe. I will make zucchini lasagna.
There ain't
for
enough water for you to make vegetable
you.
lasagna.
No, I'm making zucchini lasagna. Shush your mouth. I'm gonna.
Do I have
make
to drink it in a cup?
It's lasagna. It's not a
Do I have to
soup.
drink it in a cup?
It's gonna be hearty. You're gonna like it.
Okay, I like hearty foods.
Yes, but it's gonna be zucchini lasagna, and you will like it. I will make it for
Like,
you.
guys, stick with me here. How can you make anything better? You're making pizza with pepperoni on it. How can you make that better? Double the cheese, double the pepperoni. Oh my God! Use real butter in the cooking. Holy shit!
I just add vegetables to everything.
Yeah, she eats what my food eats. You know what I'm saying?
Zucchini lasagna is good since I love OBG more and more. Freddy87 says cook something excited. I already promised the zucchini lasagna. I can make really good pasta too with the bolognese sauce, but you're gonna be pissed off when you find out how much it's gonna cost for all the ingredients. Brittany Ziblis, $20. Thank you, Brittany. Okay, this is the one video I want. Skylar vs. Big Rich, kitchen head-to-head. Each making their signature dish. Jerry and Kathy are judges. That's a good idea.
We can do that.
I'll make
What's your best dish?
I'm going to do the zucchini lasagna.
So
No. I'm going to do the bolognese pasta.
Okay, bolognese pasta.
Mhm.
Me? How about standing rib roast with taters and corn?
Okay, well, I'll do mine. You can do yours, and we'll see whose is better.
I'm asking you how you like that.
Well, it doesn't
If
matter.
not,
We're
I
doing a
can do-
cook-off. This is a
I can
competition.
do something I really loved. It's a simple meal, but I loved it. It was a staple growing up. My stepmother made it, and it was rump roast with mashed potatoes, corn, and gravy. I loved that. It was a staple meal growing up.
Will Star, I'm a carnivore. You can keep the vegetarian crap. No, my bolognese sauce. The bolognese
Will
sauce
Star's
is
on my
veal.
side.
It's veal and beef.
You know, there's people out there that don't like veal. I don't like goat. I don't like,
It doesn't. It's just really tender beef. It's better.
what do they call that when you kill a baby cow?
The cruelty,
Yeah, and you get
deliciousness,
baby cow meat from it.
deliciousness.
What's it called?
Yummy.
No, they have a thing. Veal is for venison. What is
That's why I only eat
baby
it
calf meat?
occasional. Veal.
That's no veal
That's
is
veal.
venison, ain't it?
No, it's baby
Okay,
cow.
so veal is the baby cow.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't eat that.
Bad.
Have you ever seen a baby cow? They are so cute. You would eat that?
I've only eaten.
If you
it
see a
twice
baby
before.
cow on the ground, what part would you bite into him? His back legs, his front legs, his side, his belly, his back, what? His nose?
Rich, stop talking about
What
you.
would
Let
you
me
bite?
stop bitching about my meal. I'm gonna cook what I'm gonna cook. Okay, you can cook what you're gonna cook. You're gonna eat what I'm gonna cook. So quit it. 3087. Does Skylar even own an apron? I tried
No.
getting Rich to buy me one.
Skylar can't even spell apron, okay?
This is veal is so good, man, but it's baby cow. And yeah, that's true. That's why I only eat it on rare occasions, and this is gonna be one of those rare occasions. I've only had it 2 or 3 times in my life before.
Baby cows are so cute. How could
I love
anybody
cows.
kill them and then cut them up and eat them?
How can anyone kill a cow, cut it up, and eat it?
Have you seen a full-grown cow? They're
Fucking adorable.
effing ugly. Oh yeah, they have 7 stomachs, slime everywhere, snotting
love
out their
cows.
nose. They're
I love
horrible.
big cows. I whenever I go to the fair,
I wish I didn't like meat because I look at a cow and there's no way I would eat that,
Okay, well then,
but I do.
let me cook my thing. You cook your thing, and then
My thing will taste better.
we're gonna find out.
According to
I
all
can
my
taste
exes, my thing tastes better.
We're gonna find out. I need a
That,
little
that
apron.
just went way over your head.
No, it didn't go over my head. I just choose to ignore it. Yeah, Highland cows are adorable, Blake Adams. I want
Yes,
to know.
Vasquez family. She does use an apron with the microwave.
No, I don't. Stop it. I know how to cook. I hate your pans so much. Everything sticks to them. I miss my pans, and that's why I've been begging you to let me have my own pan. I'm gonna get my own pan.
She don't know how to season stainless steel or iron.
No,
She
I've
don't
never
know how
used
to do any
it.
of
I
this.
just get my non-stick cheap
She
one. from
buys her
Target. It's
cheap
awesome.
non-stick pans and they work great for a couple months, and then throws them away and buys another.
No, the one I had for 10 years.
You think your
I
mother
know.
bought a new one every time it got burnt?
Mm-mm. I never got burnt.
Mm-hmm.
No, there's one type I get. I got my dad them. He loves them. He still uses them.
Corey Swift, have you ever ate a rabbit? Yes, I did.
I am.
My father is the epitome of, some backwoods hillbilly. Now, he goes hunting and he brings home all this. We've had squirrel gravy, rabbit, groundhog, um, even raccoon. Raccoon, he don't even like, but he used to go and take it to the Chevy plant and sell it for $5 for the meat for the raccoon to everybody at the Chevy plant, and he'd take the furs from the raccoon and sell them for $30 to his fur. And he used to do this, go hunting, 3-4 times a week at nighttime, and he'd fill up a couple freezers. If he needed some money, he would empty a freezer, take it to the fur, get $3,000. Boom, and then he can buy what he wants. So yeah, the problem is at my dad's house, I can never trust what's being served. One time we had this, we had cows, we had donkeys and pigs and all this stuff. And then, he come from an auction and he come home with a baby cow. So cute, so adorable. And I'm out there and I'm identifying with it. I'm hugging it. I'm feeding it. I'm petting them and stuff like that. Next thing you know, we're in the house and, we're eating food. And my dad goes, "How's it taste?" I'm like, "This is great, Dad," blah, blah, blah. And it turns out it was Baby. Baby is the name I gave the cow. He told me I was eating Baby. And I cried. I ran outside. Sure enough, it was gone. I threw a fit. I swore I'd never eat nothing at his house again, ever in my life. Blah, blah, blah. He's done it to me many times, That chicken good? I'm like, yeah, but there's a lot of bones in this. And blah, blah, blah. It turned out to be rabbit. Tastes like chicken. I'm not the one, I told you guys the story of me going hunting with him. I wanted to take the squirrel home and protect it and grow it and bring it back to health. He wanted to kill it and eat, It was horrible.
Well, I have an idea, Rich.
What?
How about to keep my costs down, can I start a little herb garden here? Plane throwing?
Sure.
We have a bunch of extra pots, don't we? I can just throw them in the pool room. Does that work?
Sure. I don't care.
I'm asking you if it would work.
Sure.
Alright, I'm gonna try it.
I've eaten groundhog, and it wasn't bad until I found out what it was. Because I used to hold that groundhog in my lap and pet him for hours. Then my dad cooked his ass up. That like, it killed me being a kid, you know what I'm saying? It destroyed me. But yeah, squirrel gravy was a thing my dad loved. Squirrel gravy and biscuits. He loved that shit.
I've had squirrel once. It just tasted a little weird. Like, it's not like I didn't like it or I liked it. Just not, I wouldn't.
I've noticed that anything that ain't chicken, that everybody says tastes like chicken,
it doesn't taste like chicken.
It don't taste like chicken. It tastes a little gamey.
Yeah, I do like venison a lot.
I don't.
That's the only thing that's kind of gamey that I like. I like bison a lot, too.
You like the Rocky Mountain oysters?
How about, what? What?
Did you eat the Rocky Mountain oysters?
Rocky Mountain oysters.
Yeah. You like oysters?
Yeah, I love oysters.
Yeah. Did you eat the Rocky Mountain variety?
I don't know, probably. I've eaten all types.
Okay, Rocky Mountain oysters are bull balls.
Oh, I haven't eaten those.
Cooked up with the semen in it.
Sneaky little. I would try it, though.
You'd eat bull semen.
I've heard that they taste really good. I watch a bunch of, like, food shows on YouTube.
Again, people, I cannot believe that the old adage is true that girls will put anything in their
Hey,
mouth.
you know what we can do?
Yuck.
We can, all those weird, like, the alligator sausage and all those sausages we got that we still have? Why don't we cook those up for a Fishy Friday? We can see if we can get Reaper over here, and then we can try all the sausages that we got from that one guy. Do we still have those?
We still have those.
Why don't we do that?
Oh yeah, all you sick people out there. You should leave my channel. fried gator tail, blah, blah,
Yeah, it
blah.
sounds good. I would try it.
Chicken tastes frog legs. Yuck. My dad had a bunch of them. Squirrel. You people are terrible.
Frog legs are good.
Yeah, but you know what they're eating? They're eating the frog legs. If they eat the whole thing, they're eating the butthole too.
It's eating the legs.
The butthole puts out all the poop all of its life.
Cascade's family says, you like sushi, Sky. I know Rich don't like fish too much. I love sushi. Speaking of which, I have to make the salmon and the steelhead pretty soon here. I'm really good at making salmon.
Okay, we'll see.
And steelhead, I made it for my family, and they all ate it before I could even get a bite of my own food.
And they lied to you and told you it was great.
No, they ate it. They kept going back to her, like, is there any more? Is there any more? We got extra food, too, in case, like, that food was a flop, in case I cooked crappy. And nobody touched the other food. They were all going for my fish. Ooh, Jens Carlson says kangaroo is damn good. I've always wanted to try kangaroo.
Okay. Brittany Zibla says, can we talk about pot roast? I love pot roast. I bet you can't even. I can. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it comes to. I know that's a part of the butt, okay? But it's so good. No, AZ, I've never eaten D's. No way it's going with that.
Nuts?
You were one of my favorite people in the world, AZ. You may have stepped down a slab now. Yes, Shannon Johnson. I do buy frozen fish. It's the frozen pollock, the Gorton pollock frozen things, and I do make fish sandwiches out of that. I will eat that. I do not eat, what do you call them, crabs and lobster.
Oh, so good.
That is the, let's say, the cockroaches of the sea. They're scavengers. They eat crap, you know? They're the cockroaches of the sea. I just don't eat them.
Corey Swift says, fish are friends, not good food, Skylar. And no, and I think if you eat fish or if you eat meat, you should be willing to get it yourself. And all the fish that I I caught myself. I know where they came from. But a lot of people are like, oh no, like if you're eating meat or if you're eating like fish, you should be able to, kill the animal yourself too.
I can't do that. If I see the animal dead, I could never eat it. I can go to the grocery store and see meat in a package. I don't associate the two together. You know what I'm saying?
Well, you should, because you are eating something that was killed for your pleasure.
That's
It makes me sad. I mean, I've cried over fish that I caught, but at the end of the day, I eat fish. I should be able to.
You cried about them and then you ate them.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
All right. Should we get to another topic other than food? I'm getting.
We end up on food every week.
I know.
It's either music or food we end up on.
Oh, Shannon said, Rich, did you ever hear anything about that guy who was thinking about getting rid of the bird that you really want?
Yes, I talked to him for hours on the phone, and he is in a bad way, and he is going to pass away sooner or later. He told me that he wants to keep his bird until he passes, and he wants his wife to give me the bird. So I haven't heard from him since. He had me in tears on that phone call. I was on the phone call for like, I don't know, 3 hours with him. Was that about right? And he had me in tears, and
Hey, where's Tonka?
we just identified, What's that?
So where's Tonka? That was his name on YouTube.
Tonka, that was his name, yeah.
I'm gonna take over for a little bit. I'm gonna change Tracy.
She only changed right now.
I'll wait a little bit.
You're trying to get out of this. I can't see through you.
No, she actually does need change though. I fed her.
She's going to need to be changed. Usually around 8, 9 o'clock on the weekdays is when I change her, and she'll last all night with no change.
It's 8 o'clock.
It's 8 o'clock now?
It's 8:07, yeah.
So it's coming up on time. You don't have to leave to go do it, is what I'm saying. It ain't like it's 3 hours late.
Suzanne says, can I please give TJ a home? And that's
Freddie says, let's get back to the boats and hose topic. Suann, I'd love to give you TJ.
But it's ultimately up to Josh. So.
Okay, I'm more of, this business and what I've done forever. I've given everything away.
Yeah.
I've helped everybody out. And Josh is getting to the point to where, we're making less and less money. So he's
We're not covering costs.
He's starting to, charge for everything. And, he's just ruthless at it. See? Woolstar says lobsters were given to the poor until recently because they were thought of as trash food.
I guess I love trash food. Oh, good night, Brittany.
Good night, Brittany. Oh, man, my eyes are just watering like crazy. Okay, so you want to wind this up?
Yeah.
Okay.
Really
Thank you guys. Thanks for everything. You hanging out with us every Friday night. Appreciate you guys. I love hanging out with you. This is my highlight of the week. Seriously, I don't get to go out.
Fun.
But we do. We have fun.
We have a blast.
We never know where the conversation's going to go. Sometimes we end up on music. We end up on food. We talk about fish for a while.
We need to come up with some. Wait, should we play that one song he told us to look up?
What?
I forget what it's called
The
now.
Bolero?
Yeah.
No, we're good.
But what was I gonna say? We gotta come up with some different topics we can talk about other than
See, even Suann says, I know if it was up to Rich, I would have them.
All right, so.
All right, see everybody. Appreciate you hanging out with us. We'd love being here on Fridays. We love having you guys here. We love hanging out with you guys. So till next Friday.
Stay fishy, my friends.
There you go.
Have a good
love
day,
you
everyone.
guys.
All right, stop streaming on there.
Nope. You're talking and you're still streaming, okay? You're not listening. I got this.